In this video, I'm rolling with 2 blue belts in a row. I figured I'd try something different. One is a blue belt competitor, young blue belt competitor. He's probably about 22, 23. I think he has a little bit of wrestling, high school wrestling. He got his blue belt a few months ago, so he's a relatively new blue belt within the last year. And he likes to go fairly easy. He doesn't go competition pace. He understands the difference between competing and rolling. He's won a few tournaments at white belt. So here we go. We went out of frame. We're resetting. Starting in a similar position. As you can see, I like that foot control. I used it in my last video as well. I learned things about my jiu-jitsu from watching these so much. So here I'm trying to pass slowly and incrementally. I'm not sure what happened with him there. I think he tells me here that he was going for something, but I blocked it, and then I politely pretended I knew what he was talking about. But I'm not sure what he meant. But I like rolling with him. He's big and strong, and he doesn't use it, and he kind of goes like move for move. So I'll do a move, and then he'll do a move. And it really, I think, helps our jiu-jitsu. Now, I've been rolling with him for over a year, and he submitted me during our last roll. I wish I could remember how. But he caught me. So it really shows how much he's improved. Winning tournaments also shows that, even at white belt. There, that was really a beautiful guard pass. I was able to take one hook away and then the other in one smooth motion. Here I could have I was looking for like a toe hold, but not really. I was kind of making a joke. I love this position right here. It's like my knee on belly. But I'm not smashing the guy. It's more like a containing knee on belly that lets the guy move, lets the partner move, so you can submit him. If I just pin him down, like in wrestling, and just use everything I have to just hold him down, I pretty much can't submit him. You want them to move a little bit. That's why if a guy that's much better and younger than me just passes my guard, usually he's so busy holding me down that he doesn't realize that he can't submit me that way, and it's much easier for me to defend. Whereas if he lets me move a little, he should set it up where he'll let me move into a submission. He plays very relaxed. He's always experimenting, and I think that's why he got good so fast. Even though it doesn't look it here. Here what you see is just both of our technique going head to head without our muscle or athleticism. So of course I'm going to have him, and I'm going to be able to anticipate him much better. And I think after a certain belt level, it becomes much more about anticipation than learning some new submission. So here I'm trying to hold his elbow off the floor so he can't hip bump us easily, pretty much at all. Now I'm trying to set up, it looks like maybe an arm bar. Oh no, I was doing that. It was a paper cutter choke, but I didn't have him controlled, so he was able to squirm. Anyway, so that's the round. We do 4-minute rounds in this class, which personally I don't like. I feel like they're very short. So I linked 2 rounds together for this video. So right here I'm telling him about how, you can see it's a friendly banter, it's a friendly post-roll banter, and I'm explaining to him that how much I appreciate how he rolls and he doesn't use a lot of energy, even though it might lead to him losing the roll, let's say, in quotes. He's learning so much. So this is one of the other blue belts. He's making fun of me for telling him not to use any muscle. Blue belts love using muscle because it feels good. It feels like you're doing something. Now, this is the other Mike. The last time you seen him, he was a white belt. And now he got his blue belt. And I think our last roll was in no gi, and this is in the gi. So here he made the mistake of leaving his arm there, and I'm able to pry his elbow up and get to the reverse armbar, which I love lately. Anytime somebody grabs my head, I go for it, especially from butterfly guard. It's like, that's where it's most effective. There, I got a quick ankle pick. As you could see, it was done with almost zero effort. I would have to stop breathing to do it with less effort. Here, I'm making a new angle on his knee shield to help pass. Also, he has his knee shield straight up in the air. We're going to reset. When you're on your back with your knee shield straight up in the air, it becomes easy for people to make a new angle and spin and pass you. So here I'm explaining, break the grip, address it right away, and learn to let go after someone goes to break it. So if I have your collar and you put two hands on my grip and you're putting everything into breaking it, I'm just going to let it go before that even happens, probably. So here I have the knee shield. Now, I was saying not to play it straight up, meaning let it collapse onto my chest. If my knee shield collapses onto my chest, I usually use it to control the other arm and sweep him. Oh, that was a spider guard sweep, Marcos Tinoco style, since he's the one who taught me. I knew nothing about it before that class at Marcelo's. It's kind of a new guard, believe it or not. So here we go. I was able to pass his guard with his Tariando style pass. I always tell people, try to do 2-on-1, your two arms to his one leg. Don't do one arm on each leg, unless it's a traditional Tariando. But try to do ankle and above the knee, like an arm drag. So here I'm grabbing his collar from around. He's fighting off my arm, which is just a distraction. I don't really even care about that arm. And I went to roll him over to finish, but I rolled off the mat. So now we're resetting, but if you notice it's not in the same position, I kind of let him turn into me. And from there, he just gets on top. But I have that left hook in under his leg, and I know that anytime I want, I could get out by lifting my legs. But for now, I like to relax. I do some interesting kung fu hands here. If you've seen that quick switch, it's because he was trying to grab my collar, then he switched to something else. I'm always going to deflect. I don't even grab it. Sometimes I'll just deflect the energy away. So here I'm in quarter guard, and whenever I wanted it, like I said, I scooped my other leg under and rolled him over and went right to a triangle setup. But before I can finish, he tried to do a double under stack, and then I opened my legs, making myself heavy, and prevented it. Here I'm explaining some concept to him. Here I was able to come up. He's got his knee shield. He likes knee shield, but it's primitive. As you could see, I'm already beating it because it's on such a bad angle. And here I switched. I hollowed out my hips to beat it and brought my knee to his waist. But I couldn't quite get it, so I switched my hips to a reverse scarf and I scooped under his leg like a wrestling pin. Now I'm rubbing my ribs on his face. I'm resting my weight. And he was able to spin out of it, which is really good for him. He found the one exit, and then I just quickly passed again. Here I have his right arm trapped across his chest and I'm applying pressure with my chest. This is a submission. I don't know the name of it. I just call it a chest compression. If anybody knows the name, please leave it in the comments. So here he's asking me about the chest compression. I think the round just ended as well. So as usual, I try to give a little teach at the end of the roll or get taught if somebody did something that I didn't know. So I'm showing him again how to apply that chest pressure. You want to get that arm, the top arm across the chest where the bicep is across the chest, and then lean into it. And I told him the reason why I circle is to prevent his feet from regarding. Yeah, I noticed the post-roll conversations are always the most fruitful. So here he's saying when he plays knee shield, he wants to go for the Kimura, but I told him it's kind of like a long shot. I says, what you'd rather do is bring me onto that knee and sweep me. Now, he did it, but it was a very sloppy version of what I wanted. So I'm just going to demonstrate exactly what I meant, which is to bring him up on the left knee and then kick him over with the right. Come up nice and smooth. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this double round. Value out of this content and you're enjoying the channel, please feel free to help support by checking out my merch store or you can just buy me a coffee. The links are in the description. Thanks for watching and please like and subscribe.